And I'm really proud to say that I'm your son. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. Now when things started, it was very different. You tried to teach me things, but I
So at this time I want us to give our attention to this podium as Mr. Richard Duncan presents for us on financial health. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pacho, for those kind words. I would like to show my appreciation to the organizers of this event. I think it's worthwhile undertaking. I trust that the information that is shared or made available can be used to edify the listeners both here and in cyberspace. So the issue of financial health, financial stability, financial security, economic security, it's something that occupies our minds on many occasions and for different reasons. What I want to do in the next couple of minutes is to ask yourself, what do you want from this presentation? At the end of the discussion, what would you like to learn? What would you like to have a better understanding of? Because if you listen without a question or two in mind, most likely you will not get anything wrong. And at the end of it, if your questions have not been answered by my presentation, it means that two things: I will have failed, or you in turn will have a chance in the question and answer period to ask me specifically that which you want to know. So the matter of financial security, we have to understand first of all what it means, and it involves having enough money, and somebody says no amount of money is ever enough, to comfortably cover your monthly expenses and, very importantly, recover from financial setbacks, and at the same time to be able to save for the future, which that saving also allows you to recover from setbacks from time. So that's the essence of financial stability. And then we talk about economic security, which is a slightly different concept, but related. And this refers to your ability to access basic infrastructure, healthcare, education, housing, and most important these days, information and social protection. So let me just explain that a bit. To me, economic security has to do with whether or not you have access to electricity, water, and telecommunication services. Those are basic infrastructure in today's economic condition. You have access to those. Do you have access to NIS, Social Security? In other words, are you registered? Are you eligible? Is the employer paying your deductions in the NIS? Are you making your contribution? So that in the event that you suffer employment injury, health issues, or unemployment, there is the mechanism through which you can maintain your well-being. You have access to education, or your children have access to education, relevant education methods, housing, basic shelter. And in today's world, you are able to function effectively, I would suggest, if you don't have access to timely, reliable, quality information. So this helps to make up, in my view, your ability to function effectively in the economic and social environment, and therefore be able to build your financial stability. So we like to say that in the case of having enough money, we have to look at it in the context of in and out. In other words, you get resources coming into you, you have resources that are leaving you at the same time. And often I say to people, it matters not how much you earn, matters how you spend. It matters not how much you earn, it is how you use it that matters. And I think we all know of people who won the lotto. Forget America. Fellas that play NBA and millions upon millions. It is not too much. So in our own case, we have coming in, we have salaries, we have gifts, we have a business that we operate, we get interest on a deposit in the bank, we might get dividends if we have shares and stuff income investments. Right? And that allows you now to decide how much of that you are going to spend. So you have expenses. You might give gifts to family members and friends, you have savings, of course, you have to meet your basic needs. So once you understand that simple model, the question then arises, is it true that the more we earn is the more we are able to save? And that obviously is not true. However, I want to suggest to you that having the inflow, the income, is the foundation of building your financial security. And there are many types of income. So most of us on the island, the bulk of it comes from employment. How do we increase our employment income? I would suggest to you is not by leaving government strike. So if you take part and force the employer for a big increase. But that's not it. Right? I would suggest that if you have a skill, you want to improve, own, and master the skill or craft in which you are employed, or for the endeavors that you are pursuing. If you need to become qualified, you invest in yourself. That is how you get promotions, that's how you're able to leave one job and go to the next to get a higher level of income. By being the best that you can be in your line of training, right, and in your line of work. Of course, business income is no different. If you have a business enterprise, your good or service has to be top notch. The more you invest in it, the more you improve on it, you might be able to lower the cost, improve the quality, you might be able to market better, you get bigger sales, your income goes up. And of course, there's investment income in the sense that, as I mentioned before, you might have a house, you have a rental apartment, passive income, you may have shares, you get some dividends, if you have bonds, you get interest income, if you have a fixed deposit, nowadays you get some interest income. So there are different elements and components of it. But having said that, let me underscore that for many of us, it is the employment income that will generate or will have the basis for having us achieve financial security. Through it all, financial health is also tied to your spiritual and physical well-being. Very important. Obviously, if you are an employee and you are unwell for a prolonged period of time, obviously your productivity is low, your income is going to be low, your chances of employability is reduced, and all the job is over time, you might not be getting full pay. So I just want to emphasize that in our hustle and our quest to climb the corporate ladder, that our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health matters and matters significantly.
Hello, Dad.